Hello and welcome to Overanalyzed. My name is Levi and today I'll be covering District 5, 5A. Teams in this district, you have Aledo, Azle, Granbury, Northwest, Saginaw, Fort Worth Brewer, or White Settlement Brewer, and then Wichita Falls Rider. Movement in this district, Wichita Falls Old High goes to District 7, 4A. Northwest comes in from District 6, 5A, and Saginaw from District 7, 5A. Location of this district, we are kind of in Fort Worth, near Fort Worth. Justin, which is where Northwest is a little bit further up, kind of near Argyle, and then obviously Wichita Falls is in Wichita Falls. We have a lot of teams to cover, so I'm going to get right into it. We have Rider got first, lost an area to one of the highest scoring games of the playoffs, losing to Mansfield Timberview 77-70, total of 144 points. Had they won, it would have been a rematch of last year's regional quarterfinal matchup between Wichita Falls Rider and Lake Dallas, which ended in extremely close fashion. A missed buzzer beater. I was at that game. I'm gonna be at a lot of these games in the next few days, just because they're in my area and they're teams that I know. Rider, they played in the first round though. It was even closer. They lost. They beat Grapevine by 2. Grapevine, I'll cover them in a couple of days. They are one of the most interesting teams that I've covered, probably. They're just really interesting. You gotta, and we'll see a little bit of that in Aledo later on in this video. Anyways, they played Grapevine, won by 2. They were tied. They were tied with one possession left for Rider. It was destined to go to overtime when a kind of a lob pass got tipped or something almost out of bounds, but they called a foul with 0.2 seconds left, allowing Rider to shoot 2 free throws, allowing Rider's star player to shoot 2 free throws. She made them both, and Rider won. It was very dramatic there. I watched that video a few times. So they played down in non-district. By that I just mean that they played smaller schools. They played some of the best teams in 2A, 2, 3, 4, and 5A. They played everybody. I think they played Groover. They played Idalou or Peaster, or maybe not Idalou, but Amarillo, Glenrose, Canyon. They played Canyon. So just all of these teams, and they played them all. That's why you've been hearing them since That's why you've been hearing Rider's name since May. Anyways, Rider, they went 9-1 in district. They split with Aledo. They lost to Aledo by 1. They beat by 2 in overtime. Aledo just kind of had that thing on Rider, and we'll get to that later. They have 4 seniors uploaded to the roster. I think I heard the school only has one more year of operation or something like that. They're about to close it down or something like that. Something crazy like that. Next we have Brewer. Brewer got second, lost an area to Mansfield Timberview after beating Richland in by-district. It was their first playoff appearance in a while and their first playoff win in even longer. They came with a mission. There was time in the fourth quarter against the Timberview game where they were within 1 or 2 points, or maybe even leading Timberview in the fourth quarter of that game, even though this is Brewer's first playoff appearance in a while. Timberview kind of pulled away a little bit, winning by 6, so it was really close there. Brewer, they went 7-3 in district. They split with Azle. It says they lost in overtime. They have 12 players uploaded to the roster and 4 seniors. Next we have Granbury, got third, lost an error to Mansfield Legacy. To Mansfield Legacy after beating Denton Ryan by 1. Again, more on Ryan in a couple of days, but the Ryan-Granbury game was very typical. It was super low scoring. I'm pretty sure at the end of the first quarter, the score was 6-4 at the end of the first. I'll get that to you whenever I get the Ryan one in the Ryan district in a couple of days, but it was super low scoring. They won, I think, 37-36. Yeah, they won 37-36, which is just 73 total points. I mean, so many teams scored that many points on their own in this playoffs. Anyways, Granbury, they went 5-5. So they split with Azle. Says they lost in double overtime. The score is a little bit higher, so I guess maybe that makes sense. They have 15 players up on their roster and 4 seniors. Sorry. Next we have Alito. They got 4th loss in by district to Lake Dallas. It was like a 5-point game near the end of the first, but it got blown open after that. They lost by like 35 or something. I think 60. Yeah, they lost by 35. Alito, they went 5-5 as well. They did not have the tiebreaker with Granbury. They lost both. They lost their 5 games by a combined 17 points, which means 3.4 points per loss. They were so close to winning so many games, to like even going 10-0. I mean, you could definitely see them going 10-0. That's just unfortunate. They were kind of team that really played to other teams' levels. So they kept it super close with teams. Maybe were more skilled with them. It was a little bit closer than you would expect with teams that were maybe further down than them. And that's why you see the 5 games by a combined 17 points. Is just they could play up to other teams' levels, and they usually played down to other teams' levels to a certain extent. They also knew how to take away number 1 options. They were really good at just like, I don't know. That's why they were really good against Riders, because they were able to take away their number 1 option. And with Alito, they have 13 players up on the roster and 2 seniors. Next we have Azle, got 5th, went 4 and 6. They split with Brewer and Granbury. They had close games against a couple of their losses, including Alito, including the last game against Granbury, where the winner would make the playoffs. They lost by 6. They have 9 players up on the roster and 2 seniors. Next we have Northwest, got 5th in their district, but it was a super weird district. Like actually one of the weirdest that I've covered so far, that I'm about to cover more on that district in a couple of days. They lost to Brewer in non-district. They split with Azle, going 1-1 against Azle in non-district. They beat Alito in non-district. They have a new coach, I think. They have 14 players up on the roster and 7 seniors, which is kind of a lot, but I don't know. It's hard to tell because Northwest was super up and down all season, but it was good, I guess. Like, yeah. I mean, it's going to be an interesting season. Next, we have Saginaw. They got 1st in their district. They got 1st in their district. They lost them by just Mansfield Legacy by, I want to say 7, but yeah, it was 7. Wow, that's crazy. I basically guessed. Who did they play in non-district? They lost to Ryder by 24 in non-district play. They went 14-0 in their district, but their district was kind of not as good as most districts. They have 7, 8. Okay. Sorry, I forgot to put the roster on there, but it's showing 7 grad years for 4 seniors, but I think it's missing a couple names that I've definitely seen. It's somewhere around there. They're going to be pretty good next year. Sorry. Let's see. Final predictions time. I've got a lot of splits. It's just this district going to be super close. At least what I can think. I have Brewer at 10-2, Saginaw at 9-3, Northwest at 7-5, Alito at 6-6, Granbury 4-8, Azle at 4-8, and Ryder at 1-11. There's more on that. I'm pretty sure Ryder's the best player left to go to transferred out of there. I'm pretty sure. So that's why I have them at 1-11. Yeah. So I was split between Brewer and Saginaw, Brewer and Northwest, Saginaw and Northwest, Saginaw and Alito, Northwest and Alito, Northwest and Azle. That should be 8-4. And then Alito, split between Alito and Granbury, and Alito and Azle. Split between Granbury and Azle and Ryder. I'm pretty sure I got that. The records will be corrected in the spreadsheet. If I got any of those wrong, like there's a lot of splits, I'll definitely be sure to count that up for the final predictions. That's all I have for District 5, 5A. Tomorrow I'll cover District 6. I've already kind of done my notes for them. They don't really have a ton. It's going to be a pretty short video tomorrow. We've got Everman, Fort Worth, Arlington Heights, Trimble Tech. Yeah, it's going to be a pretty short video tomorrow. And the day after that, and then the next 2 days are going to be pretty long videos. So I would highly encourage you to watch all of those videos. And as always, until next time, thanks for watching.